You want me to hump the
No table humps.
All right.
That's evil. Poor table.
Oh, I thought banning table humping was evil. Like, you were ready to go to town on this table.
You must have a sexy table.
It's pretty hot.
It's IKEA table.
I got this boring old Walmart $20 fold-up table. Just a little whore.
Yeah, that's a pretty cheap whore.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bang that.
You got one of those nice curvy...
At least you feel bad about doing it afterwards.
Who doesn't have this table? I'm getting sloppy 30s.
Actually, I think we have one of those too. The exact same one I know you have.
The little white fold-up?
We keep it on the balcony.
See, that's what I'm saying. Mine's a used up, dried up piece of crap.
I don't know if we'll ever get a chance to use it again, though.
That's how useful it is to you. You threw it outside.
I don't mind to sell it.
It's selling itself. We've discussed this. It's a whore.
Damn.
You're not humping it, so I don't know where to get the customer.
It's rough stuff. Didn't we talk about whores last episode?
I don't remember.
Did we?
We talked about prostitution. Remember prostitutes in a vending machine?
Oh, yeah! We got our themes here at the Discourse.
I guess so. Nothing but high class. We haven't even done our dildo count. We're already into good stuff here.
Do you want to do the sync?
Let's do some dildos. Alright, now that we got the nice, sexy table talk out of the way, I can get to the intro. In this episode of the Discourse of Human Events, we talk about D.A.R.E, Drug Abuse Resistance Education. We get into racism in China and the U.S. We briefly talk about Trump and his wall, and we also learn the greatest word ever, Uyghur Please. Enjoy.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna look and feel years younger, baby. I wanna look and feel years.
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Dildos!
I'm trying to create a soundboard, by the way, of random shit we've said.
That's a good idea.
A lot of them are off of us talking about dildos. Like, I think I have one of you going like, who doesn't like a good dildo? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you could find a lot of gold if you mine our podcasts.
Yeah, just taking stuff out of context. Some of it in
Even
context.
in context, yeah. It's still questionable at best.
Like, wait, what? Our only defense is we drink alcohol quite a bit before the show.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to blame it all on that.
Yeah, that's...
Normally, I'm completely straight-laced, perfectly normal.
Let's try
never say
talking.
anything controversial.
No.
I just think them in my head.
No race.
It doesn't count.
You know what, though? Like, how crazy would that be to hear people's thoughts? Because a lot of what we do is say out loud what we're thinking on this podcast.
I'd love to somehow read someone's thought and then discover that that table's such a dirty, cheap whore.
What? Especially, imagine this. You're walking down a Walmart
Dude, did you just read my mind?
And you're looking at tables, and then you just suddenly saying that in front of like lots of old ladies. Like, such a dirty table.
I have my nuts on my table right now.
What?
What?
I have my nuts on my table.
I get it. Not his 2 nuts.
It's a bag of Bach Deluxe Nut Mix from Kroger.
Ah,
That's a lot of nuts.
yeah.
It is, actually. It has, like, cashews, almonds, filberts. I don't know what the fuck filberts are. Brazil nuts,
You made that up.
pecans.
That's not a nut.
It says it right here, dude.
How do you
Filberts.
spell that?
Just like it sounds. Filberts.
Filbert.
Now I have my nuts in my hand. These nuts are about to go.
Tree that bears oval nuts. I've never heard of a filbert.
These nuts are about to
It's
go
a
in my mouth.
hazelnut, basically.
Oh.
It's a specific type of hazelnut, apparently.
Oh, well. We
What's
might
your
get
favorite
the same
nut?
type of nuts just outside.
What's that?
What's your favorite nut?
Cashew.
Oh, so
Probably.
fatty.
Yeah.
That's why they're good.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cashews are up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say cashew. No. Pistachios.
Pistachio?
Would probably be my favorite, yeah.
Pistachios are pretty good.
Macadamia nuts is up there.
Macadamia is good. I like macadamia nut cookies. Like
They're
white
so
chocolate
fatty. They're
macadamia
good.
nut. Mm.
Yeah. Delicious.
You know what's the best nuts though?
My nuts.
Oh man,
I beat you to it.
My setup was these nuts. Come on, you're close. You're close on the punchline.
Close for the nuts game, man.
So besides nuts on the table, what else we got to talk about today?
Let's see. Any updates in your quest to get a disposable job?
Oh shit. We should do that as a separate episode, though, because I was searching for jobs. That would be good. Remember I was telling you about that? Because like a programming job would have to be full time, so it's not really viable.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the ones I saw that would be viable is data entry, because it's just like you're fucking in front of a computer entering stuff.
Didn't Shane's girlfriend apply for something like that?
Yeah, something like that. That's what her sounded like.
Yeah.
Call center and data entry seems like the two big ones.
Yeah.
That would be an
get
office
easy one
setting
right away.
that you could fuck around at. But we should save that for a sequel episode.
All right.
Which
all
we
right.
should do
Then
soon.
Then we need some
I need
topic
to start
get
putting
us
apps
going.
out. So I just started listening to a new podcast called How Did This Get Made?
Okay.
And
I think I watched YouTube videos on that.
Oh really?
How things made.
No, it's not
How it's made.
how it's made. This is how did this get made.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
did you ever watch The League?
No.
No.
It's one of the actors from that, and well, I guess it's two of the actors, an actor and actress, and some other dude, and they review old movies like Con Air and Bloodsport and Tango and Cash, but they like make fun of like how ridiculous the plot is and all the plot holes they have, and just the fact that they were so 90s.
Yeah, a lot of movies, like, I know I really liked it as a kid, but if I look back on it, it's like, that's just stupid. That's not even close to anything like reality.
Yeah,
like,
so
of course this shit could happen.
the Con Air one was the best because everyone was like, "This movie makes no sense. It has so many plot holes, but it is awesome. It is the greatest movie ever. It's so good."
I like how they always, like, is it a Michael Bay film?
No, it wasn't Michael
Or
Bay,
it's,
but it might as well have been.
Bruckheimer?
Yeah, Bruckheimer. That's who it was.
Yeah, like, all those movies, they have, like, the short, like, intro to every character, like, quick summary. Like, it had that for the prisoners, right?
Yeah.
Like, they have their little bios, and they're gonna read them out on the screen and be like, and then there's the hardcore one, they're like, this guy's so bad.
But Con Air didn't
wow,
do
he's
that,
so
like...
bad. Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did. They had a
it's
little
been a
scene where they
while.
went over everyone's rap sheet on the plane.
Yes, they did.
About how they're so super badass.
Yes, but they didn't do the, like, freeze frame, screenshot, bio. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but it had, like, it brought up their picture on a computer screen, maybe?
No,
Or
so it
something
was...
cool. I can't remember. It's been years since I saw
It was
that.
somebody with a clipboard going through
Wow.
the convicts that are on the plane, and as they're going through the history, they would flash back to actually show the person doing their crimes.
Okay, so it's like the same thing. Like, they show a little... Everyone gets their own little cutscene.
Yes.
To show how
But at least they have a
badass they
setup
are.
for it.
Yeah, it's still...
The
I
best
don't know.
part about it was with Con
So
Air.
cheesy.
Do you remember the ending where they land the plane in like a downtown strip, Las Vegas?
All I
they're
remember
running out of fuel?
is... Put down that bunny or something?
Yeah, because he has like a little stuffed bunny that he wants to give to his daughter, who
Yeah.
he hasn't seen for 6 or 7 years because he's been in prison.
Yeah.
So the funniest thing is they're talking about like, okay, so they're running out of jet fuel, and they're hovering over Vegas, so they have to land on the downtown strip of Las Vegas. And he's like, I've been to Las Vegas. The airport is literally literally a mile away from that. So
you can only do it in Vegas Strip because it looks so much cooler.
And the one guy that's defending it was like, absolutely makes sense, no problems, greatest film ever. But it is a great podcast because what was the one that it was actually a terrible movie that they were talking about? I have Junior lined up. That one's gonna be hilarious. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Tango and Cash I didn't really remember too much about. Do you remember anything about Tango and Cash?
Vaguely. I remember they used their belt to go across some electric wire or something.
That's all I can remember about that movie as well.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
And that all the was filmed in Mansfield.
I think that's one where Sylvester Stallone shoots like a truck full of cocaine or something, and of course, to make sure it's real, he takes the cocaine and licks it. It's like, you just did some cocaine, man.
Well, not really, though. Licking cocaine doesn't do anything.
Okay, still. Will a cop take cocaine and lick it to make sure it's real?
Well, probably not.
Probably not. No, they don't know what it is. It's just some white powder to them.
Yeah, well, that's why I would say they wouldn't, because who knows what it is. If they just fucking lick it, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Will you not get anything if you lick cocaine? It'll just be like, eh.
It'll numb your mouth. That's why it used to be used by dentists.
Okay, I think you'll probably get some effect. At least numbing your mouth. Then wouldn't his next words be like, that's cocaine?
No, not necessarily.
You have to put a lot
there
of it.
There are other things that's numbing your mouth that's not cocaine, right?
Yeah, I think cocaine is going to be an extreme version.
Yeah, see, I don't think you can really eat cocaine. I don't think it works the same.
I'm Googling this. Can you...
I think it just numbs your shit.
Cocaine.
I want a cocaine candy bar.
Oral use of cocaine. I've been told you can't. Blah blah blah.
I think it has to go in the bloodstream. So if it goes to the stomach, so you have to have a lot.
They say it's just not an efficient use.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has to.
So it's going to get you high, but not as well as if you snort it.
Yeah, so you do a line of cocaine, you're going to get really high. If you eat a line of cocaine, you're going to be like, meh.
Well, it'll still work. It's just not as effective.
Yeah, because it's going into the bloodstream, but it's going via your stomach.
Okay, so he still did a little bit of cocaine.
Technically. Technically, yes.
It's something that happens in a movie that never happens in real life. Cops aren't going to go up and lick cocaine.
No. Would you go up and lick some suspicious-looking white powder thingy?
No, of course not.
Yeah, there could be millions
I do that
things.
all the time. What are you talking
Suspicious white powder thingy.
Just walk through places just testing all the powders in it.
I see some white powder on the street, I'm licking it.
That might be a
test this theory. I want a cocaine candy bar, though.
Cocaine candy bar?
Yeah. It'll numb your mouth as you eat it.
Just try some Sichuan pepper. It also doesn't work.
So, try what?
Sichuan peppercorn. They also numb your mouth.
Peppercorn? What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you get Sichuan, food...
What is Sichuan? You're making words up.
It's an area in China. It's spelled S-Z-E something.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
This is America, so that is a
It's a popular Chinese cuisine for people that really like spicy food. They have the specific
spicy
pepper
and nummy.
that'll definitely numb your mouth a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's spicy, not because it's a literal numbing agent.
No, it's a numbing agent.
It is numb.
Just a slight one.
What would happen if you put it on your dick? Would it numb it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Why don't you try it and tell us?
You can go put your dick in some
Hook a brother up.
things.
I'm going to put some on my table and try it out.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys drinking on?
I'm not.
Mule.
Yeah, she's drinking a Moscow Mule. I have finished drinking.
You guys just keep making shit up. What the fuck is a Moscow Mule?
Okay, you buy a mule, all right, and you got to make sure it comes from
That
Russia.
sounds like a sexual position.
It's a Russian heritage.
what is it? It's vodka. Of
It's
course, I mean, it's
vodka.
Russian.
Oh, really?
And then
Vodka, huh?
Vodka, ginger beer, and some lime juice.
Ginger beer. Ginger beer's good.
beer.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Good stuff.
So what would a Moscow Mule be in sexually?
I
don't know. Do you have a sexual relationship with meal? That's why you asked.
No, I was just trying to think of an Urban Dictionary definition for a Moscow Mule.
I think you take a guy and then you strap a bunch of dildos onto him. So he's like a mule that carries all your stuff, you know?
Specifically your dildos.
Yeah, because the girl has to jump on him from dildo to dildo, like...
Where's the Moscow part in this?
You're getting crazy.
Oh, yeah. She's got to drink vodka while doing it. I just had the mule part covered.
You really got the mule part, but the Moscow part was just tacked on there.
Here's the thing. I only think Russians are crazy enough to do it.
Maybe you have to do it in like a Siberian climate. It has to be really cold. To trek across the Siberian climate with dildos.
I don't. What does that have to do with cold?
Moscow.
Yeah, but what does having dildos strapped to you, how does that help you in the cold?
I don't know.
Keep you warm, man. The dildo generates
The
heat.
sexual
No.
act generates the heat, so you have all the dildos. So you're carrying around all these dildos, so eventually all the women come to you to get the dildos, and that's how you get the warmth in the Siberian climate.
This is a very convoluted Urban Dictionary definition.
Yeah.
I was trying to get it to make sense. I don't think we ever will. I don't even think it makes sense as an alcoholic term.
Yeah,
Besides
I
the
don't know where that
vodka
comes from.
part.
Nope.
Did you notice, like, why do they make all these alcoholic drinks sexual names?
Oh, of course it makes it better as an advertisement.
Like, I want sex on the beach.
Yeah, of course. Everyone wants to order sex on the beach, no matter what it is.
I want to open a bar and make it, like, the most disgusting stuff. Like, I want the Cleveland Steamer on a Tuesday. The rusty trombone.
The toss my salad.
Slow roasted dog's asshole.
That's not sexual, that's just gross.
Oh, I'll take 3 mud on the turtles.
2 girl in the cup.
Oh, Jesus.
No!
I think the 2 girls, 1
no!
cup. Comes with a side of ice cream.
Oh.
And some
Inside of
Kahlua.
other things.
It would be an alcoholic beverage, and you just throw like oh shit, what was it? Oh fuck, I lost the name. The movie where they threw a candy bar in the pool to make it look like a turd. What was that candy bar?
A Snickers, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't a Snickers because it was like a nutty bar.
Babe Ruth?
Might have been a Babe Ruth. Is Babe Ruth a nutty bar? I don't remember what a Babe
I think
Ruth
so.
is.
That's really nutty, right? I think it's mostly peanuts.
So that's it. That's the garnish is the Babe Ruth because it looks like a turd.
Ugh. Let's change the topic. New subject. New subject.
Yeah, change the topic, man.
We're going back to the Discourse originals here. I'm sold. What are you guys talking about? This is our bread and butter.
Ugh. Oh, here's something. So I was trying to explain to Chloe what D.A.R.E was.
That's interesting.
Do you know what the original acronym meant? D.A.R.E?
Hold on. Drug Assistance Resistance Education.
Holy shit, you remembered!
What?
Drug Assistance Resistance Education? Really?
Yeah. So in a lot of drug houses that I may or may not have been privy to,
Uh-huh.
a lot of times we would maybe or maybe not do drugs off of D.A.R.E signs.
Oh. Well, as part of my explanation to Chloe, trying to explain what it was, I go, well, it was an acronym. It meant, and then I just went, I don't know what it meant, but it meant drugs are bad. But here's what's really funny about what I actually learned from D.A.R.E. So I could not remember what it really meant,
Yeah.
but I did remember what we all said it meant, was drugs are really excellent.
Yeah, I remember
Like,
that.
I did not remember the real meaning. I
Which
just
is
remembered.
A good
Drugs are
example
really
of how
excellent.
effective it was.
Yes, that was my point. Is in the middle of explaining it, I was like, I don't remember what it meant. It meant something, but to me, it meant drugs are really excellent.
I was just thinking, like, drug assistance resistance doesn't make sense. It's drug abuse resistance education.
Ah, there you
Because
go.
drug assistance resistance doesn't make any sense. It's kind of
No.
cancels
That's just
each other
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Drug abuse resistance education. There was a weird. I remember in like 5th grade and then again in like 8th.
Did you do it again in 8th? I only did it in 5th.
So,
We did it in 8th.
what they
Maybe
do,
the
they
8th grade was
come
just
over
a
here
health
and teach you
class.
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. Like, they're like, here's what crack cocaine is, kids. Don't do it, it's bad. But, like, we didn't know what any of this shit was before, so now we were just making jokes about doing all the things that they said, this is what it'll make you do. And then we'd pretend to actually do it, and then just act like that, you know?
And it really just piqued your curiosity.
Yeah.
Too, like, what's euphoria? Oh, it makes everything feel like the greatest thing in the world. And you're like, wait,
But
I'm
don't
not
do
supposed to
drugs.
do that? I
like
don't
what
want
they're supposed
euphoria? I'm confused.
Do you remember the South Park episode where I think they had, I don't know if it was D.A.R.E, but it was smoking, anti-smoking. But, like, the people that were presenting were such douchebags and tools that, so of course, right after the program, they went out and bought cigarettes and started smoking, so because they didn't want to be associated with the people that were anti-smoking.
Yeah,
'cause they were
yeah.
so lame. That was basically D.A.R.E. That, if I had to
see.
sum it up.
It was a really weird thing to, like, especially 5th grade. Like, that's the wrong time for it if you're gonna do a D.A.R.E program.
Yeah, like 7th. Like, you should be almost teenager or teenager.
I'm thinking 9th
beginning
grade.
Teenager. I think
8th or 9th grade.
8th, maybe. Like, you gotta be getting into teenage years.
Yeah.
But right before you get to really teenage, when you've probably already done something.
I don't know. I didn't even smoke weed until like 18 or so. But
I remember people taking up, like, cigarettes in, like, 7th grade.
yeah,
I haven't smoked
cigarettes.
at least till I'm 20.
Yeah. So if they start smoking cigarettes... and
There's not a lot of
this,
cocaine
sometimes
users
that-
at 12 though.
No, not coke, but probably pot at least.
I mean,
Yeah,
think
pot
about
I
this.
could see.
Coke is expensive. Why do you sell Coke to kids?
Because a
Hey,
drug
little
dealer
J-
doesn't give a fuck if
Why?
you got money.
Yeah, they're like, hey, little Jimmy, would you like to buy some cocaine? I only got $1.50. Well, that'll buy you about a 13th of an ounce. you can almost see it. Get your microscope out before you sniff this thing.
Well, what is a microscope?
You'd have to save up like a whole year's worth of lunch money just to get a decent amount.
Yeah.
Just,
So of course that doesn't make sense.
yeah.
Get a paper route just so you can do cocaine.
Mhm.
I want this to be a movie
They
about a
would
paper
totally
boy that
get
gets
those
addicted to
papers
cocaine.
delivered though. Like they'd be all hyped up about it.
Could you imagine a hyper 12-year-old on cocaine?
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, they're hyper enough
When
as
they
it
are
is.
not on cocaine, they are very hyper already. You need to calm the fuck down.
Damn, Chloe has some anger towards 12-year-olds.
Just
They need
towards
to,
kids
they need to
in general.
fuck off. Just towards children in general.
Yeah.
Children.
Over.
They're terrible. Glad I never was one.
Those little fuckers. Oh my god, I can't believe that's so random. How did you bring up D.A.R.E?
Just because it was something we were talking about.
The other day.
I was trying to explain to her. Why was I telling you what
I don't
D.A.R.E
know.
was?
What's the drinking
Acronyms?
age in China? Like, when can you drink?
Technically 18, but nobody enforcing it, so,
They
do
don't
whatever
really
you
give a
want,
shit.
man.
It's a very
Well-
lax rule.
technically, if you go to a store and try to buy alcohol, if you're under 18, say like you're way too young looking, people might not sell it to you. But then, if you make up excuses saying like, I'm getting this for my dad, then they'll totally sell it to you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then also, if you go hang out with other people, they're older and they can get alcohols and feel free, because cop is not going to enforce or throw some frivolous charges of underage drinking, like here.
Well, that's kind of like the U.S. though. If like your parents offer you alcohol, then no one's gonna say anything, but you can't.
Well, not if you're like 12, though.
But they can, yeah.
Like, when's the first time? When's the first time you drank alcohol?
I touched alcohol?
We drank alcohol.
What? How do you define drinking? I've tasted.
Had at least a little bit.
Yeah, had a buzz.
Had a buzz?
Had a buzz? Okay. When's the first time you had a buzz?
It's gotta be pretty young. It's like teenager. 10, 11, 12.
10, 11, or 12.
Yeah.
I was 14. Do you remember what age you were, Nick?
Mm.
I'm sure I tasted it before that, but had a buzz was 14 for sure.
Buzz? Probably not 16 or 17. I gotta remember.
Yeah, it was definitely 14.
No. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get your first alcohol?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Alan.
I was about to say, I don't know if I should explain that one, but
Yeah, let's
basically
skip
Alan.
all this part.
I mean,
Okay.
it has been, what,
Listen to
15
Alright,
years?
That's the statute of limitations.
Yeah. Alan,
Nah, let's not spread these stories.
Alright.
What else do we want to talk about?
Okay.
let's just say I went to a college party
Yeah, that works.
at 14. It was fun. That's the funny thing, though, is in other countries, people drink so young, they don't, like, abuse it like Americans
Like I do.
Yeah, so when I go to the college, nobody was drinking crazy like here in the United States. It's not a thing that you hit age of 18, like they just bring you a shit ton of alcohol. It's
Yeah.
like, it's never supposed to be celebrating. like
Americans
that.
are binge drinkers.
Yeah. It's always been like a weekend or hang out with friends, that kind of drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a somewhat racist comment, but don't take it as racist.
I am so offended.
Racist!
So Asians,
Triggered.
though, tend to just always look younger, you know? So, like, you're
Thank
saying,
you.
like, if they're really young and you go to buy alcohol, but, like, what's the age range? Because to
Because
me,
if they
like,
go in there and they're 13 and the guy goes, I'm a 45-year-old man, what do you mean you're not selling to me? They're like, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, you look 45.
I was thinking more like, let's see, like a 14-year-old and a 8-year-old might look the same, you know? Like, what does the shopkeeper really... or is this... Can you, as an Asian, actually tell the ages apart easier?
Well, it's not that hard to tell the ages apart. You just judge them by kids' height. Of course, there are some kids that's malnutrition, so that they look a bit shorter than like not helping to tell their ages. But generally, you can tell by the clothes, right? So if you're in middle school, high school, you generally wear a school uniform, so you can tell them apart pretty easily. If you're older,
Oh
than that,
shit, how
and
racist is
not
that?
wearing-
You're giving them uniforms and shit? What is this, concentration camps?
different school had different ones.
What about like a 40-year-old anime fan that looks really young and wears like a DBZ shirt? It's like, you look 14.
No, there are people who's not DBZ fans wearing DBZ shirt because it's free.
Okay, never mind.
You never thought about that, huh? Yeah, when you're poor, you don't consider a T-shirt as sort of a statement. It's just, it's free, you wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. That is true. I always felt it was pretty easy, though, to tell, like, when I was a cashier, if somebody was kind of, like...
Totally trying to...
Yeah, it was kind of easy to tell ages.
Did you actually get
some
some people that weren't actually of age trying to buy?
I never got anybody underage. Harry did, though. He ended up getting fined for it.
Because he sold?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he didn't get... Because we're fucking 16 and 17-year-olds, or however, I think maybe
You
we're
had
18
to be 18
to 20.
to sell it, yeah.
I was about to say, maybe we're 18 to 20, but we didn't give a flying fuck. It's not like we're paying that much attention to who's in front of us, you know? And the person was probably like 19 or 20 buying alcohol.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like...
That close enough, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's not like a 12-year-old went through his line and tried to order beer.
And Harry's like, yeah, you want some cocaine too, kid? I can hook you up. I didn't even know Harry worked at Drug Mart.
Yeah, dude, those were some good times. It was me, Harry, and Cody at one point in time working there, and Paul.
Oh, that had to be pretty fun.
Well, Paul didn't work there. He just came and visited all the fucking time. Dude, We built fucking forts in the back room, like literal like forts where we could hide. Like, remember what is that movie where they work at like a Sam's Club place? It has like a Dane Cook, and they have like a little fort where they have a fold-out table to hang out.
I never saw it, but I know what you're talking about.
We actually had that, like a place legitimately there that we could hide and just chill.
Nice.
We legitimately built a fort.
Good times.
I feel like Cornell's we just kind of did hid in the back.
Yeah, I dicked around there, but nothing that severe.
Yeah.
How much was his fine?
That was Toaster.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, fuck Toaster, huh? I see how it is.
How much was Harry's fine?
Bullshit. I couldn't tell you. I think it's like $150 fine. Which is fucked up for somebody working a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
He probably had to go to court for it, too.
Was he not allowed to be a cashier anymore?
No, I don't think so. I think he could still be a cashier. He probably just had to watch more closely. But it's fucked up, though, because it's one of those things where, like, I hate how police work because it was like a police thing. So the police purposely got kids that were underage to go and purchase alcohol.
Yeah. They do that, I know.
It's just such one of those things that drives me nuts that police are allowed to create crime to find people.
Well, they do it just to make money. It's just their money-making scheme.
Yeah, but that's my point. That's such bullshit. How can you create crime to find people for a crime that you created? You created the scenario. That 18-year-old or 19-year-old wasn't going to buy alcohol. You told him to go buy alcohol so you could trap somebody. Like, to me, that's the definition of like entrapment. But to them, that's not. So I'm wondering, what is the legal definition of entrapment? Like, how does it become entrapment?
When enough people complain and do something about it, then maybe they'll actually change the law. But until then, they can get away with it.
Though, like that.
That's really what all the laws are, man. There are a lot of things that are complete bullshit. True. It's just it's not enough of a problem that enough people are going to bitch about it to change it.
Yeah, I don't understand how that can, like, happen. Like, you think you could even get out of that in court, be like, they created the crime. Like, there's such a precedent for it to be okay.
Yeah.
For instance, Chloe, in China, do they do stings like that?
They probably do.
She's not in the criminal underworld like Harry is, so she doesn't know.
I don't know they do it for the petty crimes like that. They definitely do it for the large drug crackdown.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They do it for such petty crimes.
Yeah,
like prostitution and selling cigarettes and selling alcohol.
Yeah, I don't recall our local police to be like that. They are generally not doing things like that because they're compensated well through other means.
No, see, they want more people on their force than they have taxes to pay for. So to do that, they have to...
And that's how they get their
drum up
income.
some money, yeah. That's mostly where most of the money comes from. Tickets and shit like this.
Yeah, I do wish that my hometown's police would patrol the road a lot more to make it safer. Because there are some areas that's kind of dangerous. But like not as bad as here.
What do you mean, not as bad as here? Like, as bad as how they patrol stuff here?
No, it's like generally you won't see in some area of the town, for example, in here, East San Jose, like I would never go out there at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Cleveland Avenue where you're not going around.
Yeah, that's scary over there, yeah.
You wouldn't drive down Cleveland Avenue at night?
I want to get out of my car and take a walk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I want to do that shit. Now you're just talking crazy.
I used to take a walk in my own neighborhood late at night. That was no problem.
Yeah, but see, in China, at least the time that I left my hometown, the worst that can happen to you is that you might get your purse being snapped like that. That's the worst thing that you can get.
Yeah, you're not going to be, like, killed or robbed or at gunpoint, whatever.
No. Usually they don't have guns. They just have knives.
Yeah.
I mean, you can run away if you're fast enough. Don't wear high heels.
Yeah, but Columbus is a big city, so you're going to have... There's all kinds of spots where you can walk around in your neighborhood. Like, I would feel fine going out right now in my neighborhood and going for a walk.
Yeah, Polaris, that's a good neighborhood to where
Yeah,
you're
but
at
that's
now.
what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure in China there's neighborhoods where you probably shouldn't walk around at night.
She's saying not really, for the most part.
There's
Depends
no
on
bad
where-
towns in
Things
China.
will- things will
I
get
don't believe it.
stolen.
There is.
I don't believe that.
It depends
She's in a
on-
big city, though.
Well, my hometown, I wouldn't call it big.
It has a million. It has more people than Columbus. She doesn't consider it a big city, but it's bigger than Columbus.
Can you let me finish my sentence?
No, I won't.
Absolutely not.
Go on.
So,
Interruption.
asshole. So, depends on where you live. There are certainly some northwestern parts that I've heard stories that people would.
Oh.
There are some conflicts, and especially there are ethnicity-related conflicts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean ethnicity-related conflicts? Like
They're not Han Chinese people.
that's why I
Yeah.
meant. Like, there's different Chinese sections that are like, you're not
Yeah.
our kind of
Yeah.
Chinese.
They're the Uyghurs, which are like Chinese Muslim dudes. They have the best food,
They have best food.
and then
Did you
like
call them Uyghurs?
they're called Uyghurs.
Like-
it's spelled U-I-G-H-Y-U-R-S.
That's so funny that
Uyghur. Something
So
like that.
does every
I never heard
derogatory
English
term
of
end
it.
in
That's
Igor?
what they say. What's that?
I said, does every derogatory term end in Igor?
Maybe. I don't know, but that's actually what they're called. That's not derogatory. That's what they'd call themselves. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Or that's our Anglicanization of it. That's how English people repronounce what they call themselves.
To be fair, some of
How
them
is
call
it in
themselves
Chinese?
that now as well in our own areas.
How do
They
you
took
say
on the
Chinese, Chloe?
Huh?
How do you say Chinese Muslim and Chinese?
维吾尔族.
Oh, Jesus, that's way different. Why did we fuck it up so bad?
I don't know why you guys
Must be the
did
can.
That didn't
I
sound
bet we
like
took the
Uyghur.
Can-
Uyghur.
I bet we took the Uyghur.
Uyghur.
I bet we took the Cantonese of it or something.
I don't know.
How-
It
what
does
would
sound
you
like
call
Cantonese
them,
to me.
Hold
Like-
on, let me get this.
What's your derogatory term for them?
Shit, I can't spell this at all.
Chloe, what's
Are
the
you-
derogatory term for them? Like, if you were to call them something mean, like, what would it be?
So, okay, there's so many ways of
That's
calling
not
it
good.
because they mostly are Muslims, right?
Uh-huh.
And the Muslims are called green
Green?
religion. Yeah. I don't know why they're called
What's the
green
Chinese word for it? In Chinese, what's the derogatory term?
religion. So you just call it a double way. You call it lulu.
Doo-doo?
Lulu.
What's that
It's
mean?
basically a green
Lulu?
green.
That's bad? What does it mean? Why does green mean bad?
Why does black mean bad in the
I
U.S.?
don't know. It's just people call them on the internet. Like,
So everything just
But-
comes back to color.
But
when you're
Zach-
gonna call somebody mean. What?
Look this up. I have the spelling. U-Y-G-H.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, Uyghur. Uyghur, please. That's my
Alright, you got
computer
it.
is so slow. You, what? Say it again.
U-Y-G-H.
U-Y-G-H.
U-R-S. And then you gotta put in the word pronunciation. And then
yeah.
you go to YouTube.
I still wanna. I wanna adopt the term Uyghur.
Oh, another way to call them is call them Huizhu.
Which is...
It's just another way of calling them.
It's just...
It's
It's
not
not something you
derogatory.
can, like...
It's not
translate.
derogatory,
No.
yeah.
That spelling is not like I guess I get it, but
Yeah.
Uyghur pronunciation.
Because they're kind of close to the Kazakhs, and
All right, here it
where
is.
they come from, their spelling name.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Their culture.
or Uyghur.
Did you hear it?
Uyghur
Yeah.
or Uyghur.
Uyghur or Uyghur.
Yeah. See? I'm not making that up,
One more
man.
time.
Uyghur or Uyghur.
Yeah, it's Uyghur. It is Uyghur. That's
Uyghur or Uyghur.
He thought I was making shit up.
Uyghur, please.
But yeah, they have the best food, man. But they have a lot of...
It's so awesome.
There's a lot of violence because they don't want to be part of the China. They want their own little thing.
Yeah, that's
China's like,
what
no,
I
we want your
only
stuff.
Heard of those, like,
But it's more like
independence.
religion related then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, I heard of things that they're getting more influence from the Middle Eastern and
Yeah.
for the Islamic.
What do you call
State.
white people derogatory?
老外.
That's just foreigner, though.
Yeah.
It's not that's not specifically white people. Would you call a black person a Lawai?
Yeah.
So what, is there anything specifically for white people that's like...
No.
There's
Because most foreigners come here as white. Like, we don't
Really?
really see many black people here. Yeah.
But you don't have a
But no,
like,
for white
bad-
people.
You have to
They
have
call
a
them
term
anything
that's
bad?
derogatory for white people.
Nothing?
Not that I know of.
There's got to be a term.
She's not a racist.
Even
he's
like
that.
wide-eyed or something. Like
Yeah, you don't call us round eyes or...
No, you guys are racist and invent all those terms.
Oh, shit.
Where
oh
Sounds
yeah,
like-
it's only Americans that have racism.
It's true.
If you
They were
are the
sitting there-
same race, just never think about those things.
They were sitting there living in complete peaceful harmony. Everything was perfect. And then the white people landed and they're like, look at these slitty-eyed chinks. it was just racism throughout the rest of the era.
White people invented racism, apparently.
And like, what the fuck did I do? Just sitting here minding my own business.
Hey, think about this. If you were born in a place where everything you see was of everyone of the same race, would you think of racism? Of course,
Yes.
there's no difference.
But okay, Europeans were like that, and then they met all the other people of different race,
Right.
and immediately they're like, let's call them something that's really evil.
Yeah, let's give them a name that we call them.
They convened and they had a little session. They're like, okay, we'll call those ones this, we'll call those ones this, and let's have it also mean, and I hate you.
But also,
The meeting of those white supremacists.
There's also another term to call the not white people, sorry. Call foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
That's derogatory.
Okay.
California?
Do you want to hear it?
What is it?
Not California. Call foreigners.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to hear it?
Oh, foreigners.
洋鬼子.
Young Gueza. I haven't heard that. I've heard
Young
the Lao
Gueza?
so much. What's that
洋
mean?
鬼子.
So, to me, I said the same exact thing. Yangueza? Say it one more
洋
time.
鬼子.
You don't have to try. What's it translate to?
Translate into 洋 means foreigners.
Okay.
鬼子 it's something like, in my opinion, could be translated to something like assholes.
Oh, foreign assholes, basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say, like, what's that translate to, because, like...
Yeah, it's these specific things. And usually you can see those terms in the, like, around 80s movies. Like, it slowly died down as nowadays.
Like, how did the N-word originate? Like, did it just come from, like, Negro to mean black? Like, is that where it came from?
Yeah, it's got to be somehow
I
related.
That's the only
it's
way.
From, yeah.
Because, like, in Latin languages, Negro just means black.
Yeah, that's...
So Spanish, Italian, that's just the word for black.
It's an innocent world.
It's never clever, our white supremacy.
No, I can't think of one that really makes a lot of sense.
What do you mean? What do you mean that makes a lot of sense?
Like gook, I don't know what that means.
How does it?
It's just the word.
That's a
I
good
don't
question.
know.
Which thing?
It's for Koreans.
Oh.
Or Charlie.
I don't know.
Charlie actually has a story behind it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that does.
'Cause I think that's what they, like, that was like the code for what they were called or something. I don't remember. There was a whole story.
Yeah.
I know,
Gook comes
some
from
of
a Korean
derogatory
word.
terms are invented by low-class people. They don't have a whole lot of imagination.
That's true. It's mostly low-class people that, like, go out using these terms, like, constantly, and usually they're not the brightest bunch.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's always some simplistic...
Yeah, like,
Term.
you would think they would put more thoughts into it and make it clever. No, they don't.
It was a quick meeting.
Or like, what's the, spick? That's just like Hispanic, right?
Oh, is that where that comes from?
I would guess.
Makes sense, I guess.
It's just like a shortened form of that. It's never clever at all. Racism, not clever. So we need to get the white supremacists together and be like, look guys, we need to get a little bit more clever with our racism here.
Or maybe we outdo them by coming up with a better one for white people.
Yeah, like crackers
Cracker
the
isn't
worst.
very good, so we've got to come up with a really good one.
Yeah, there really isn't a good white term. But it's hard to, because being the non-minority,
I don't know. know.
It's hard to call somebody something.
Distinguish the whole Europeans are all white people, right? I mean,
Yeah, there's a
like, how do
difference.
you summarize them?
But I mean, the Negro just calls everyone black, so it's not like it's clever.
No, but you only expose it to a certain group of black people, right? So,
Well, white supremacists, I think, say it for all. Like, you know, for somebody in the KKK, they don't care if you're a black person from Africa or a black person from Canada.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
They're not gonna give a shit. So, what would be a good Anglo? Goddamn Anglo.
Nah.
See,
that's not.
there's just no punch to it because we're white
There
and
are
like
certain white people that aren't Anglos, man. That just refers to
true.
Anglo-Saxons from England.
But that's the problem, is like calling a white person white has no punch to it. Like calling them any negative term, because they're like, oh yeah, I have all these privileges you don't.
Yeah.
You got me.
Terrible. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Enjoy the privilege, man.
That's the problem.
It's terrible. I go into stores and no one sits around and stares at me.
It's hard to come up with a derogatory term for your own race or color. So Chloe,
you gotta come up with it.
Mm-hmm.
what are you gonna call us? Paper people?
What?
Paper people.
Uh,
'Cause we're
No,
white.
you guys are not that white, like as reflective as a light beam. Just
ghosties?
slightly lighter shade.
Yeah, well, black people come in like 1,000 different shades as well, but it doesn't matter to somebody that's racist.
Mm.
And that's always the funny thing is, man, we really got into race. How'd that happen?
Well, let's get off race. What else do we gotta talk about? We always
Yeah.
go to race for some odd reason.
Let's talk about news and sensationalism.
I'm still gonna call us Uyghurs, though. We're all a bunch of Uyghurs.
That's how we got to Uyghur, the word Uyghur. I wasn't trying to bring up race, that's just what they're called. That's their
Uyghur Please.
genuine name.
That's gonna be the name of this episode, and it's not gonna make any sense to people, because it's gonna be this weird fucking word. Please.
That's a good name for the episode.
Uyghur Please.
Uyghur Please. Like, what? Does he just not know how to spell Uyghur with like a W-I-G-G-E-R? Is he just retarded at spelling?
Probably.
The answer is yes.
Not a very bright person.
Oh, man. I know one of the things I thought up that I forgot. I don't know why I didn't think to bring this when we were talking about topics, but regarding the Trump wall, I realized he really just wants he wants to go down in history for his wall, because there's so many famous walls, but America doesn't America doesn't have a famous wall yet.
No.
You know, you got
So
like
it'll
the
be the Great
Wailing
Wall of
Wall,
Trump.
the
We got
Great
the
Wall of
Great Wall,
China, the Berlin Wall. America needs their wall. That's
Yeah,
all.
you might be right.
That Trump just wants to go down in history for having his
Hey,
wall.
hey,
Hoover's got
there's-
his dam. Trump wants his wall.
There's a recent movie called The Great Wall, starring Matt Damon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he's
I
like,
was just like,
he's a white person that visits China, so it's not like he's.
Is it?
I mean, it just gives you
Yeah.
this kind of.
It's still like The Last
impression, like-
Samurai, starring Tom Cruise.
But no, see, that's
Exactly.
different because they're calling him a samurai. If it's
Still-
a movie about the Great Wall of China and it's a white person going to the Great Wall of China, that's really not weird.
But no, the thing
That-
is, we can't make a movie in Hollywood about China with, where are the white people? There needs to be white people in there.
Have you seen
Pretty much.
the preview for it though, the trailer?
No, I
No, I
haven't.
haven't.
We
That's-
just saw. We
That's
saw
something
a
that's driving me
billboard
nuts about
called
people.
the Great Wall, and you're like, really, Matt Damon? What?
Yeah. So, but that's what's driving me nuts is I think like people are saying, oh, it's whitewashed Hollywood. First off, we're Americans, so of course we're going to
That's
tend
true,
to want to
that's
see the
true.
stars that we have, and so our stars for American films are white. But if you watch the trailer, it's him going to China, and so all the people are Chinese except for him and his sidekick or whatever that he's with. So
That's fair. That's
it's
fair.
not like he's behind the Great Wall of China and he's building it, you know?
I was like, I built this myself.
I like to think that he single-handedly built the whole Chinese wall, Great
Yeah.
Wall, and it was back in the days, you know, like not nowadays. Somehow
He
he
built
time
it all
traveled
in
back
a
and,
week.
and built it in a week.
Just hammer and nails. That's all he needed.
There's no nail in the Great Wall Man.
Well, he made him.
That's the problem with The Last Samurai, though, is they're actually calling him a samurai, and he's just the fucking white Tom Cruise over here. They're not calling him, like, the last emperor or something.
That would be great.
The movie actually looks kind of sweet, though, so I'm probably going to watch it.
We saw it on a billboard, so I have no context about what it's about.
That's the problem, is people are just going off of the Great Wall, whiteface.
Yeah, well, but I would still watch a movie about Chinese history that has no white people involved.
Yes,
They
I would
make that, but I guess it'd be odd because you'd have to do it in English.
That's the point.
Watch.
That's the hard part, actually.
Yeah, so maybe that's kind of the...
So,
you can't sell that shit in America if they're not speaking English.
Yeah, Hollywood is a business. You can't just go and make a all-Chinese film for American audience. That doesn't make any sense.
I think they should not do it in Chinese or English, to be fair. They should just use a neutral language like Esperanto. Just everything's in Esperanto.
Is that the one that's like a made-up language somebody made up?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the ideal language.
Klingon. It should be
Klingon. It's all Klingon.
Yes.
Oh my god. Speaking of movies and bullshit like that, on this that How Did This Get Made show I was telling you about, they're talking about Bloodsport. They're making a new Bloodsport, and guess what it is?
I have no idea.
Just guess. Guess if it's
who stars in it?
Hollywood bullshit going on nowadays. What do you think
It's a girl.
going to be? Yeah, it's called Lady Bloodsport.
And they had to.
It's fucking Lady Bloodsport. Like, god damn it. Just call it... Why does it even have to have lady in the name?
Why does it even have to be Bloodsport? Just make another movie with a girl that fights people.
Okay, so they're using the branding of Bloodsport, but why not just call it Bloodsport, like 2 or whatever I think it's actually like 5.
Why even remake Bloodsport? I mean, it was decent when you're 12 years old and it's the 80s, but in 2017, when you have a lot more options, it's kind of a piece of shit.
But once again, so they're going, it's just branding. It's a branding thing. It's going to sell more because we're in our 30s and we're like, oh, Bloodsport, I remember that movie. I'm going to watch it. Oh,
they'd sell so much if they got Ronda Rousey to star in it or somebody like that. Who's starring in it?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm sure, like, Ronda Rousey was who they thought until she just got knocked out. Yeah. So
cannot act.
Yeah, and can't act.
That's another thing.
So
you
now,
got to be able to act.
So now
Jean-Claude Van Damme couldn't act for shit.
Remember the guy in the Hail Caesar?
At least at that time, he was just, you look decent and you can throw a kick. Get on there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean...
Remember that guy in the Hail Caesar?
Oh, yeah.
It's complicated.
Uh-huh.
I just downloaded that. Don't tell me about it.
Well,
okay.
We won't ruin it
Watch
for you. It's
that,
a good movie.
that.
Or, I mean, I just rented that.
It's not one of Coen Brothers' best, but still, it's a Coen Brothers movie, so it's very good at the very least.
It's my favorite.
You haven't
Your
seen
favorite
Big Lebowski
Coen
yet,
Brothers? How
she
dare
hasn't
you?
seen The Big Lebowski.
Nah.
How
So
you
did
far,
not-
Big
Brother,
Brother,
Wherefore
I
Art
don't
Thou?
like it that much.
And, is that the only other one you've seen?
How have you not shown her The Big
Brother, Where Art Thou,
Lebowski?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, no.
You're not doing your due diligence here. That's like,
I feel like
one of
we
my
saw
top
another
5
one together.
films.
What? Okay.
I thought we saw another one together. I don't think we did, actually.
Big Brother, Where Art Thou? No, that one.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh, Brother,
Oh,
Wherefore
yeah,
Art
yeah,
Thou?
sorry.
It's a good movie. I'm a Dapper Dan man.
Dapper Dan Man.
It's just, oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh, whatever. Oh, brother, why
people.
are you in the thing with the whatever?
Huh?
That was the title, right?
And the sorrow.
You goddamn Uyghurs. I like this term. It's like you can call somebody what sounds to be an offensive term, but isn't at all.
No. I just mean you're a Chinese Muslim. But if they're not really Chinese Muslim, then it's probably just an offensive word.
That's what makes it funny, is it sounds like it should be offensive, but then if you explain, oh, it's just what a Chinese Muslim is. They're gonna be like, wait, what?
It's like, yeah, was that the...
Yeah, I don't know how you react to that. Like, what if you actually call a white person a gook or something like that? They're just confused. Or a black person a gook. You goddamn gook! Yeah, they're like, what?
Penn Jillette was talking about that with gender-related terms. So, like, he's saying that like it packs an extra punch when you call a man a bitch or a chick an asshole.
Yeah.
I didn't know asshole was gender-oriented.
Yeah, if someone's being mean and it's a woman, I would say she's a bitch. If it's a man, I would say he's an asshole.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. It's just
It's
the way
like,
it's
and you wouldn't call a girl
Okay.
like you're such a dick. You know, you wouldn't say that to a girl.
Oh, did I use
I mean,
that wrong?
Generally.
Generally, yeah, you just don't, but you can use it. We're progressive here. You can call women dicks.
Yeah. They're all a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like, they don't really distinguish male and female for the asshole term.
That's what they should.
in my
That's
opinion.
all these people against Trump. They should start calling him a bitch.
I think they do.
I don't think they call him a bitch.
Bill Maher does.
Call him a fucking Nazi. That's what they call him.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't. That doesn't pack any punch. Everyone. As soon
It's
as you
because
start calling
they say
people
that
Nazi,
about
they ignore
every
you.
conservative president. They called
Yeah.
Bush a Nazi, and it's kind of worn out. It's like, okay, they're all Nazis, all right?
You know what? That's funny when
None of them have rounded up a single Jew, but they're all Nazis.
They've literally ruined the
at
term
some
Nazi
point-
as an offensive term.
At some point, Hitler got
Yeah.
really offended. Like, how's it he's Nazi?
Yeah.
He's not qualified as Nazi.
You know how much trouble I went to make that a terrible term? I killed 6 million Jews for that Nazi term.
I earned that.
You guys just use it as nothing.
You
Throw it
goddamn
around.
Uyghurs just go and throw it around like it's nothing. I'm loving the term Uyghur. I'm probably gonna get beat up for it eventually.
probably
Somebody's
don't.
gonna mishear it.
Yeah, don't say it around the wrong parts, man.
Just walk up to a black guy. Yo, what's up, Uyghur?
What?
I said we. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna do that in public.
No, don't do
Good
that.
call.
Not once.
Don't do that. Yes.
Don't tell me what to do. I live my own life.
Yeah, you're gonna get beat up. Actually, it's better that you don't live in the Cleveland Avenue anymore. You got
Yeah,
less
yeah.
chance of beating up.
I probably already would have been shot just from people hearing this through the walls.
Oh, yeah,
Because all people around me were black and had a gun.
Yeah.
except for that lady who
Obviously.
asked for a hammer, right?
What?
Except for that lady who lived next to you asked for a hammer.
Oh no, that lady straight up was a crackhead and probably did have a gun.
Yeah. I don't know if she had the opportunity to get a gun.
She at least
has
had a
money
knife.
to get a gun, but her question is always, money, gun, or crack? She goes for crack every time, I guarantee it. And if she has a gun, it's either keep the gun or sell the money for crack.
You know, I
And
guess
she sells the gun for crack every time. I guarantee it.
true. I guess
She doesn't have a gun.
if you're asking to borrow a hammer, you probably don't own a gun.
That's a legitimate point.
She might have a knife though. She probably cut a bitch up. We got right back to race again. How'd that happen?
Let's go what's the furthest away topic you can get from race?
Stop saying Uyghur. That you good.
Yeah, that's your problem. You keep
Yeah.
reusing that term to bring us to it.
It's such a fun term. Just say it one more time. Just enjoy it.
All right, Uyghur, and
See?
then we're done with it.
Okay. I'm satisfied now.
Okay, what's
You
the
guys
furthest
brought that
away
into my
topic?
life, by the way. Well, here's the thing, guys. I wanted to talk about poop, and you're like,
Oh,
we
man.
can't talk about 2 girls, 1 cup. We can't
We're
compare.
trying to class up
drinks
this
to poop.
podcast.
That's not what the discourse is about. There's never. Okay, we have had some good discussions about like.
Yeah, we had a philosophical discussion.
We really bounce back and forth between that kind of stuff.
You guys have sunken into a level.
We go from talking about how there's nothingness and what
You know,
What was our nothingness discussion? I kind of forget now. It wasn't just is there nothingness.
Like
It was
A equals A, and
can logic exist if there's nothing? That's what it was.
yeah,
Yep.
essentially.
And can a possible universe exist with different logic than the logic you know of?
Yeah, and
And
we don't
then-
need to rehash that because we've been through that portion.
But I'm just saying, we go from that to politics to
I want to fuck this table. It's a whore.
to nuts on the table.
I think someone is troubled.
And it's definitely you. I think you
Yeah.
are basically the one that usually
Yep.
messes veer off track.
It's fucked up how you do this to our podcast, Chloe. I can't believe you. Always talking about race, always race baiting, always gender baiting.
We
Always
would be talking nothing
masturbating.
but high-minded concepts, philosophical.
Oh.
But today we thought we would talk about the categorical imperative, and you brought up tables as whores, and that's, I'm pretty sure.
You use
didn't quite
too many
know.
big words.
I
My head
didn't.
hurts. What's categorical?
You're the one who talking about the tables.
Nope, that's not how I remembered it.
Yeah, it is. If you remember.
Nope, it was all Chloe. How do you actually say your name in Chinese, Chloe?
Can you delete that part from the podcast?
Yeah,
She's
you don't.
officially Chloe.
Oh, like
Like they couldn't trace back
I'm confused
your
of why
real
you want
name.
that deleted, but sure.
Okay. Well, if you agree to delete it.
Hold on, let me. Okay, go ahead.
It's
So why'd you go with Chloe?
cause that's the name I thought about in the airport. In
Was it?
What? That's it?
In the airplane.
You came up with it on an airplane?
I was at the time watching a TV show, 24 Hours. I told you about this.
I thought you just, like, you were a fan the whole time, and then one time you
Yeah.
wanted to be Chloe.
Yeah.
Not like you were on the airport on the airplane coming here, watching
that's the
24, and
time
you
that
go,
I decided.
I'll just take Chloe.
It's from the show
That's the time that
24.
I decided.
Yeah.
That's where you got Chloe?
Yeah, 24 Hours. I was like, I need to pick a name in case someone who cannot pronounce my name properly.
Well, at least you didn't pick Jack.
I think, well, you know, that's a good point. You know, Jacqueline is not a bad name.
You should have gone with Uyghur.
Yeah, right.
Damn it.
Yeah, right.
Or Cracker. That's so weird, though. I don't like. Would a white person go to China if they lived there? I don't. I just don't see them changing their name. You know.
They have a
there are
name for
couple
me.
People.
I don't,
Really?
I didn't choose this.
Yeah.
Was it Uyghur?
No.
It's close.
What was it?
What's my Chinese name?
Oh, your name was Nick, so they
Xiaomi.
added an N to Uyghur.
Xiaomi.
Uh-huh.
Xiaomi.
Xiaomi.
Means little rice because I'm white.
What?
So there is a racist term.
What are you talking about?
I thought it was, you just saying because
Millet
I'm
is
white.
yellow.
What?
Oh, little rice. It's so fucking funny.
No.
What?
It's because you're from America.
What's that have to do with-
So.
Oh, it sounds like America, because shit.
Yeah.
Megwa, that sounds close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just the Meg.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
Wait.
I thought it was just because I'm white, they're calling me white rice.
What? Okay, Chloe. What is white rice in Chinese?
Dami.
What? Okay, not white rice. What's little rice?
Xiaomi. That's
Xiaomi.
my name.
I thought she
So-
said that's not what that was.
Okay, so.
Now
the-
I'm confused.
The rice, we just call them rice, right?
Mhm.
Call them dami. So
Dami?
another. Right. And
That's
then.
a lot of rice. That's like a pack of rice.
No.
So that means big rice, right?
Yeah, it means bigger rice, means bigger grain.
Okay, I gotcha.
So the smaller grain rice, we call them xiaomi. In English, it's actually translated into the millet. If you look it up, the millet is actually yellow
I
grain.
gotcha,
It's very
I
tiny.
gotcha.
You feed
Oh.
bird with this.
Xiaomi. So,
Ah,
since
see,
rice
now
is
I didn't get
such an important part of your culture, do you have a lot of? Because already you threw me off that there's a different word for a large grain and small grain. Are there a lot of words for rice?
Well, we don't have the same word for small grain rice. What they call small grain rice, we call millet. M-I-L-E-T.
I've never used the fucking word millet in my life.
If you go to a grocery store, you can find them. You probably have never eaten.
But that's such a not common term. At
Oh,
all.
no.
No,
it's
it's
not.
not. But in English, that's how you translate it,
Yeah,
is what she's saying.
yeah.
But are there more? Is it? Man, this is another racist comment. Is it like? Is it like
Do you guys just sit around and talk about rice all day?
like Alaskans in snow? They have like their 16 or 60 or whatever it is words for snow. Do you have that for rice?
we don't invent words for that, but say, like, if you have different species of rice, we just put the description of the rice before the rice term. So, for example, some of the
So you kind of do, like, there's a regional term to go with it, like there's this kind. It's kind of like with weed, you just, like, come up with your own strains.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you got some rice from the Thailand that's longer grain, we just call them Thailand rice or jasmine rice.
Do some of them have some, like, this is WMD rice, yo?
Well, that's an American thing, too. Like...
This is the Maui Wowie rice.
Maui Wowie, man. I want some of
Good
that
rice.
Maui Wowie rice. I want some of that Kush.
This is Pineapple Express rice.
Oh my God! Have you still not like shopped in a gotten a medical card yet? Well, you
No,
don't
I
even
have
need one
not.
anymore, do you?
No, I remember, I looked into how to get weed in California. It's not like, at least until a certain period of time, you can't get it without getting a medical card.
So why don't you get a medical card? Or you just really don't care about weed enough to do that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if I could go into a store and buy it, like, no problem.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd get it, but if you got to go through loopholes, I'm just like,
Too much
that's
bureaucracy
too much.
for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think it's really worth it that much, though.
Okay, what drugs would you try if they were legal? So you know how, like, the argument's always like, if heroin were legal, like, everybody would do it and would have more drug addicts. But I feel like a lot of people wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I would try acid. That might be it, though.
Like,
I don't know if I'd do...
mushrooms?
I'm probably acid. Mushrooms more intense and more like...
That's
maybe
like-
something goes wrong, right?
That's
I might
very...
try...
No. That's kind of backwards.
Is it?
Yeah.
I might try LSD.
That's acid.
Okay.
Like, mushrooms last, like, maybe 4 hours. If you take, like, a couple hits of acid, you're in for about 8 to 10.
But what's a bad trip on mushrooms versus a bad trip on acid?
They're both bad. Like, I don't...
Both
They're
really
just
bad?
different kind of trips, I guess.
I feel like I've heard more bad things about mushroom trips than acid trips.
Depends on species of mushroom.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know why. But
And I've also heard more good things about people on acid. Like, you hear Steve Jobs dropping acid, you hear Crick dropping acid, you hear, like, people talking about how it helped them. I don't hear a lot of people going, I dropped mushrooms and came up with a great thing.
Yeah, I think it might be it's easier to control your dose.
Okay.
Like, you're eating mushrooms. You're not necessarily getting an exact amount. Where acid is a very controlled, here's one hit of acid.
I think it might help genius to figure out the problem that's hindering them. For average people, you drop the acid, you just drop the acid. So, I really don't think there's any difference for me to try any of those.
No, I think that's the only one I would try, though.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's like
cocaine.
the big thing is microdosing.
Probably not, though. I'd just probably do acid.
Yeah, cocaine's a big, like, step because you gotta snort it, so that's a big difference.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
That's a big difference.
I don't want shit going up my nose.
Actually, in Silicon Valley, there are some companies who are trying to invent some like smart drugs to help people to improve their memories and.
That's like the
reflection.
modafinil.
What?
It's like
Modafinil.
caffeine, basically.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I would categorize it as. But
You
don't
can't get
like, shaken.
modafinil without a prescription, right? But you can get something that basically becomes it.
No, you certainly can't get modafinil without a prescription if you buy it online.
Oh, can you? In the U.S.?
I
From
certainly
a
don't-
U.S.
I certainly didn't buy it online and get it shipped directly to me.
From
You
like
might
where do you
need to
From
get it?
China.
From China, really?
Yeah, I think that's where it didn't ship from.
Chloe, what's the chances he got what he thinks he got?
I have no idea, man. I don't know if China produces
So
as a
there's like
human
reviews.
purpose the drug.
There's
No.
reviews on these made up websites that like they test.
How's their English? How's the English in those reviews?
Fine. It's
Okay.
like the website's nothing Chinese about it. Let's put it that
Okay.
way.
Gotcha.
Hey,
The only
nothing
thing that
wrong
was
about
Chinese, or no, it was India. I'm sorry, it's India.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I mean, wasn't India.
He doesn't order shit.
But it's kind of weird because you can do that with certain things, but like if you try to do a Schedule 1 drug from online websites, that does not exist. Like I buy my contacts online just fine without a prescription from foreign websites.
Oh, do you?
But they don't have that for like like you're not going to find an online website that sells heroin.
Yeah, that's because it's illegal in those countries too.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, maybe if you go hop on the website in Iraq, you can find heroin.
Yeah, if they could put up a website in Iraq. I don't think
So I
they
tried
can.
to find
Yeah.
CBD oil online, and I couldn't find that.
What's CBD?
I have no idea.
Cannabis oil. So it's not even
I see.
psychoactive. There's not even
Most-
THC in it.
Yeah, but yeah.
But it's
But
a
there's
Schedule
probably
1
people just
drug.
don't produce it because they don't produce pot because that's actually illegal in most countries.
But yeah, that's the problem
Yeah.
though. I think it's because it's a Schedule 1 drug in the U.S., so it's such a big offense to transport it overseas,
Right.
which is fucking retarded. But that's the way it is. Yep.
Let's end it. Peace, bitches.